and we are now joined by the leader of the Lib Dems opposition on Luton Council, Cllr Amjid Ali, who joins me on the line. Good morning.
Good morning, how are we doing?
Good morning. So, as the opposition, you must be loving this, are you?
Not really, to be honest, because there's a lot happening in Luton, so we're right now we do need political stability. So it's less about politics for us and more about what is really going to happen over the next 4 or 5 years if we have a fractured and saturated council. So it's a bit tense from our side in terms of where things are heading, because there are some really important decisions to be made. So this is probably not the right time to be having political infighting or fracturing the political setup at the moment.
And did this come as a shock to you, or have you seen this coming?
We've always seen Labour have a sort of midterm crisis. I've been a councillor since 2019, and it's nothing new. And there's always been infighting, but they seem to have managed to get themselves together just before an election. So this is quite unprecedented, where just about 10 months coming up to an election, that they've managed to break away from the main Labour Party. So it is a bit of a surprise. I mean, it wasn't something that we were expecting that would happen.
And we think that the Six will form an independent alliance. I mean, that's not what Rob Rich said, but we think that's what's going to happen. But would you welcome them if, say, they chose to join your party instead, the Liberal Democrats?
I think probably a bit of a background before I answer that question. So with the Liberal Democrats, I've taken over just under about 3 years ago, and we've been on a transformation program just to make sure that we were a party that was fit to lead Luton, and we had members that were trained up and councillors. So we're on a sort of trajectory to actually look at things in a completely different way, very much community focused, very much looking at what are the weaknesses in Luton within the council, within the different areas, the commercial activities, etc., and where we can improve things on. So we're very much driven on a very sort of factual based policy on making sure that if we do ever come into power, or even if we stay as the opposition, we are doing the best we can to actually turn things around in Luton. So it really depends on whether anyone coming into us or wanting to join us believes in that vision and is willing to be part of the team.
Okay, so that sounds like a maybe, shall we say?
No one's approached us. I mean, officially, there has been no one that's approached us at the moment, but it's really early days. I mean, just hearing from Rob, that they're only about 2 or 3 days into their, breakaway situation. So it probably takes them a few weeks just to get their ground and, realize where they are going with this. But certainly, there's no conversations that have been had at the moment, so wouldn't be able to answer that.
And I know it's only early days, as you said, but obviously this means now that Labour doesn't have enough councillors to have full control. Does that mean that there are deals to be done, or are you considering any deals to form a coalition and then take control now? Is that something you've discussed?
So I haven't discussed anything with my group at the moment. So any decision like that would have to be a group decision and not something that I would personally do myself. However, like I said, there's been no discussions with any other parties or anything at the moment. It's really early days. I was away for about 3 weeks and I've just landed, and as soon as the phone picked up the reception, it was like a whole barrage of messages coming through. So it was really pretty much unexpected. So we're just trying to get to grips with the situation. But probably there'll be more clarity in the coming weeks. But at the moment, it's very difficult to say. And obviously, we're trying to sort of find our grounds into all of this as well at the same time. Well,
I appreciate your time this morning. Thank you for joining me on the show.
Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you. Lib Dem opposition council leader there, Amjid Ali.